We're at Weston Park, and last year we went round all the shops and all the marquees having a look at what's here. I wasn't really planning on doing it again, but we've had so many comments of people asking to do it. Let's get straight to it. The first company on the flight line is always Calf Models. They don't really have a marquee, but they do outlay all their models here. And this year, for the first time pretty much in the world, it was only shown at Joe Knoll a couple of weeks ago, we have their brand new Super Chipmunk, which, following on from previous models, is moulded from a completed kit which has been covered, so the mould actually has all the details of the rivets, the covering, and it looks like a scale model more than a composite model. Beautiful model, and it flies really nicely from what we've seen. We've also got their updated
and their airspeed, and they're also
Corsair,
which is
now much more detailed, much more scale, and I believe lightened as well. Always a beautiful model. And the first marquee, as usual, also the biggest marquee, AZ Aerosports. Usually this thing is completely packed with models, but as it's a beautiful day today, they're all outside. Now, of course, two of the biggest machines in here are the big Futuras that we've just seen outside. They've also got their own line of aircraft, things like the Raptor 3D, which they were flying yesterday with their FC1, which is actually quite different to mine. It's a much taller fuselage, quite a bit wider. Also seem to fly really well though. We've got a load of scale models as well, P47, nice stuff. Moving on, we've got Pro Wing, where we've spent most of this weekend with our good friends here. They have a load of brands that we also share. I mean, they are the one of the dealers here for Chas servos. Got our man Andy. They also have the GP engines. Not only can you buy them here, you service them as well. Got Falcon propellers to make them go brilliantly. So we spent most of the weekend here with these guys having a blast. If you need anything here in the UK, go see Andy. At least we're not slipping in the mud this year like we were last year. We've got all kinds of components. So lights, heat shrinks, connectors. This is the component shop, so it kind of does what it says on the tin. Any knickknacks, you'll probably find it in here, as well as some other places here at Weston Park. At Bucks Composites, we have, again, what the name says. We've got composite sheets, carbon tubes and rods, fiberglass, carbon, anything for composites. They're your people. All kinds of tapes, mixers, lollipop sticks, even gloves. Always important to wear gloves when mixing epoxy. Now got massive, massive marquee here at Rapid. They've got their own line of models in the centre. As you can imagine, from a shop this size here, they've got all kinds of accessories. Chances are anything you need either for the workshop or over the weekend while flying, if something goes wrong, you'll be able to pick them up here. They're also one of the larger dealers of Powerbox here in the UK, so they have a whole lineup of that here on display. And right behind the camera, we've got our friend Carlos from CM Jets, and they're also the dealers for his tanks, where they have not only the standard rigid ones that we're used to seeing, but also his new lineup of fuel bags, which he's starting to do as well. We're going to be getting those in the FC1, I think it is. So we'll be putting them to the test once again very soon. We're going to give that a go. We've got spinners, props, wires. Basically, anything you need, you'll probably find it here. Or if not, I'm sure they can bring it to you or ship it to you whenever you need it next. We've then got our Futaba and High Tech. So they've got the J. Perkins lineup of models, which are actually getting really popular here in the UK. We don't really see any of these out in Spain, which is a shame, because we've been seeing them fly all weekend and they seem to be really, really good. We've got the whole lineup of Futaba radios on display, so you can have a play about with them before you buy. Same again for cars and boats as well. Boats use these, I think. Servos, receivers, SC engines and Stinger engines, turbines with Swinwin, Super Power. We're going to see a lot of different battery brands as we walk around, and we've probably not heard of any of them. So I'm guessing they all probably work okay. And of course, some merch. I don't think we need that on a day like today, but normally here at Weston Park, that would be really good. We keep seeing people with ice creams as well. I think that's the #1 shop here this weekend. IAD models. What do you sell, mate? What have you got? Real quick, other than a sandwich.
Serpent.
The serpent. Ah. So, twin boom. Look like easy to fly jets, yeah? Brilliant. 45 upwards. So, quite a large array of turbines can fit in there, from first jet to just having a load of fun. We've got Flightstore. So this is, oh look, we've got Top Gun. Top Gun clothing. Rule of thumb, anyone walks up to you at a flying field wearing a leather jacket saying Top Gun, they've watched the movie too many times but don't have a clue what they're talking about. But really, really cool outfit with all the different patches, different companies, United States of America. Cool stuff. We've got some toys, easy hand launches. Not sure if that's for a dog. It's definitely not going to fly. But something here for the whole family. We've got a bring and buy. So people have been buying stuff here all week long to be able to fly in the pyro slots and the night flying. So you can just come, pick up something. I mean, here we've got £30, £40, £40. You can pick up something cheap and actually come and fly at the show in those big, massive slots.
All the way back to Halifax.
Got some slightly bigger planes now. Basically everything here in this section second-hand. Got Power and Sail Planes International.co.uk, so obviously gliding stuff. Dizzy RC. Now that sounds like it comes back from the old circular flying days, but we've got some old helicopter canopies. A lot of what looks like sort of classic helicopter stuff. Spinners and just general accessories. So you'll probably find here at Weston Park a load of stuff that maybe you're not interested in, but if you are looking for something rather unique or special, chances are they've got it as well. Now, scale me down. These guys will actually scan your face and then I think it's 3D print a pilot for your model with your face on it. So it's a mini me inside. Hi mate.
Martin.
Oh. Yeah, we can see, we can get it. There you go. You can see the likeness.
As long as don't break your camera.
No, you just can't grow a beard, otherwise it kind of loses it. We've got revived plans, so building your own kit from wood, starting off with just the drawings, a load of wood, a load of glue, turn it into something that can fly. We've got a kind of general store here where if you're camping especially, could be helpful if you've forgotten something back at home and you don't want to go out to find the local shops. All camping stuff. Same again, we've got sunglasses, so if you've come out and you've forgotten your sunglasses or you've lost them somewhere, you can pick up a pair so you can continue enjoying the air show, looking up at the sky. We've got things for the kids. We'll start seeing some games. Then we've got even got bumper cars up at the top. No. We've got fuel, so glow fuel. Doesn't seem to be something that we see much of in Spain nowadays, but here, as we've seen, there's still a lot of people flying glow. They all fly glow in the joint slots. What have we got here? Slack. So There's a much more building community here in the UK than what we're used to seeing in Spain. So we're very, very careful with this. I don't want to have to buy it. And I definitely don't want to have to fix it, but nice little plane, light, a lot of work to get it to there. And then you've still got the bit that I'm really, really bad at, which is having to cover it. That's probably the number one reason why I never did too much building, because I could build it okay, but the covering is definitely not for me. And then we've got all kinds of accessories, from wheels, clip-on so that the wheels don't come off the end rather than having the usual little grub screw, motor mounts for glow, spinners, hinges, you name it, little blades, Swan Morton, all the classic aero modelling that got us all sort of hooked back in the day before we all went nuts with these super huge, crazy, massive models. And look, we've got a small Super Chippy, same as we've just seen of Calf, only a little bit smaller and definitely more affordable. Modern vintage models, again, if you want to get kit building. And how about that? How many ribs has that got? I just wish I could cover as good as that. And then our good friends at Nexus, Paul, they're acting basically as the power box distributors here for this weekend.
Well, the thing is that...
Where's your radio? Where's your nice radio?
Shall I go get it?
Ah, no, too slow. They've also got their foamy kits. They're also dealers here in the UK for V-Speak, the fuel system, which we did a video on recently. Absolutely brilliant for the fuel bags, such as the one that we showed you earlier at the other stall. He did have one here, but I can't see it anymore.
What's that?
Where's his fuel bag? You've lost it already. There we go. The CM Jet's fuel bag. So that, with the V-Speak, you can guarantee that it's going to fill it up perfectly every time. No bubbles, no overpressure. Perfect. And we've got real modern pilots, where we can have Pirates of the Caribbean flying your model for you, among others. I think this one looks a little bit scary. Not sure I'd want him, if I'd trust him flying my models, but each to their own. Aerobatics, where we've got Clive. We've seen them flying these otters all weekend, and they look absolutely brilliant. Not only are they big and light and fly well, because at the end of the day they're a high wing, straight wing with massive surfaces, but they also have differential motors, so you can actually do sort of vectoring thrust, which means you can really get it spinning round in a flat spin, stall turns, things like that. Load of fun. They're also the dealers here for Krill, Flex, and a few others. They also have all the RC factory kits normally in stock, so you can ship them off next day, start having fun straight away. Now, we've been, I think, all the main shops now. We've got some more, what looks like bring and buys. We've got big CNC at Trend. Now that is a serious CNC right there.
Sure is.
Look at that. Can you see it on camera? Let's see, C17? No.
We know about CNCs, but not about planes.
Okay. C17?
Hercules.
Hercules. Very nice. So if you want to take your building one step further than buying the kit, you can buy the CNC and make your own. Or even be the next stall here next year selling your kits made with that machine.
All this technology.
Food, lovely, lovely food. Got some cups with airplanes, and you can have your pet on it as well. Then we've got some more general stores where, again, if you've just forgotten something that you kind of need, detergent, cleaning, washing up liquid, all that kind of stuff. Some jewellery to keep your better half happy, whether they're here or not. If they're here, they can come buy it themselves, and if they're not, you can buy it so they can forgive you for having come in the first place. Same again here, a bit more jewellery. So If they still haven't forgiven you, you can buy them another one. And we're coming to the end of the walkway. We just got to walk back. Got some more food, pork scratchings. Could it get any more British? Got some more cups. Not particularly aviation branded this time. We've got donations for the air ambulance, which is sort of a big thing here in the UK. Helps rescue people all over the place, and they always need all the help they can get. We've got reggae. Got some wooden pens, hand carved. And some rather fun looking egg candles. All kinds of little different stores, very much non-RC or plane related now, but keeps everyone entertained. This is at the end a family show. The idea is to keep the family entertained, not just the guy who likes planes or likes flying planes. General stores, I'm not quite sure who would come here and needs to buy a wheelbarrow wheel, but if it's here, I'm sure it's because someone does. Then you've got other things, I mean, if you need to polish your plane. All kinds of little interesting things, worth a look around. You can never quite know what little gems you might find along the way. We've got covers, so sun cover, keeping it out of the sun. More of a ring and buy. Yeah, all good. Just having a look round. Thank you.
The secret.
They're really good at selling stuff here. As soon as you look at something twice, it's sold. Yeah. All kinds of little accessories. Hello. Got what, these go on the wall. Maybe not the traditional kind, but you can put them in your workshop, hang them up, give it a bit of colour. Man caves. Got the Tom Jets. I'm not sure we've seen these flying this week, or if they were, we weren't necessarily paying attention. How about this for a display model though? Very cool. A little bit different.
Spray like a yeah, used to steam and wet and that.
They've got some McGregor servo publicity here. Fuel tubing, aura cover. I'm not too sure about aura cover being left in the sun. Accessories, servos, wires, all kinds of little bits and bobs. Then this one is one I've not heard of before, but they've got a big marquee, which is Black Raven. I have to say, the shopping baskets are definitely interesting, being a bucket. Got all kinds of, again, just all kinds of accessories. So you've got props, a lot of elastic bands, wood of all kinds, shapes. Again, very much designed around the true modeler. So lots of balsa, more balsa, all this is balsa. So it's a builder's paradise.
No problem.
And a very serious looking security guard. We'll get out before we get kicked out. And then we've just got a couple around the corner, and then that takes us back to the beer tent. What's around the corner though, before we finish? We've got kites. I'll tell you what, we should have come yesterday. It was really windy yesterday morning. I'm sure we could have had some flying done as opposed to having to wait for the wind to drop. Luckily, we had a load of rain and it took the wind away with it. So it was only the morning was a little bit spoiled, after that, it was beautiful. We've got the OMP lineup. I actually did a video on one of these a couple of years ago. Admittedly, it was a smaller one. This one looks like a new version they've brought out, which is a little bit bigger. £1,250. Not cheap, but the small one was good fun to fly. They got mini little decathlon. That's more like the size of the one that I flew. And then they've got their aerobatic models. There we go, that's the one I had, I think. The small bighorn. I'm not sure you can say that, a small bighorn. We've got our good friends from Al's Hobbies, my first ever sponsor through Ali Machinchi back in the day. Great model shop, you name it, they've got it, and if they haven't, I'm sure they can get it for you. So show some love for Al's Hobbies. We've got the Cambria Fun Fighters. These are the nutters that go up 20, 30 at a time, flying through the trees. Again, build it yourself. We've got plywood, rubber bands, small accessories. Again, wood, wood, and more wood. Some carbon reinforcements, doweling, balsa. Definitely a builder's paradise here at Weston Park. I think we've got the last shop, which is Logic RC. Always seems to remind me of Chargers. So they've got all the Spectrum and Horizon hobby stuff in here. We've got the Habus, which are always a great fun to fly. The small UMX stuff. This one we definitely couldn't have flown yesterday with how windy it was. But again, we weren't flying the big ones, it was that windy. So that, yeah, basically they seem to have the whole lineup from E-Flight, Spectrum, Horizon Hobby in here. They've got a little rock crawling setup here for the cars. We've got to try and get the car up and down, or different aspects of the hobby for those who like the cars. And then at the end here, we've got the BMFA, who make sure everyone's insured and double legal. And then round the corner, just like last year, we have the Spitfire simulator. Now with virtual reality goggles and glasses, meaning you can fly as if you're within the Spitfire, having a blast. Didn't get a try last year, plan on having a go this year. And then we've got our beer tent and all the food. So that is your walk around for Weston Park 2025. We've got everyone enjoying the show. My phone's going off. I think it's about time to fly. So let's go. Hope you've enjoyed the videos. If you did, leave us a like. Subscribe if you aren't already. And we'll see you all in the next one.